What is this? It is Sunday, August, and we are at the zoo for a rare summer holidays visit, because we generally tend to stay clear when it's busy. Good morning, Gemma.
Good morning, Mark.
We haven't been since June, have we? We haven't vlogged since May. Yeah, it is. We're a little bit earlier than we normally come today because we're anticipating it to be busy, and sure enough we're parked at the back of the car park. So let's go and have an explore, shall we? And we are in like the monorail station by the monkeys. The monorail is actually supposed to be closing at some point later this year.
End of summer.
End of summer, yeah. We did discuss maybe having one last ride on it, but to be honest, we can see why they're closing it, so we're just going to leave it.
I don't see anything off it and everything's outdated, so... Yeah,
it's kind of... everything zoo-wise has moved away from where the monorail is for the most part. Where are we going first?
Islands.
We're going to go to Islands. Have a quick see what the situation is with rhinos at the minute. Who's where and who's what, and what's where and why. No. Nobody about today. Although we have already spotted one. Well, Gemma has, I'm too tall. Gemma spotted Magpie under the monorail track over there. Eating his dinner. And I can see another, one of the females, I think. One of the youngsters behind that tree over there. So who's this, Gem?
I can't tell from this side.
Should have the names written on the bottoms. So we think that was well, Gemma thinks that was either Zuri or Emma. So if we can find the other one, then we'll know which is which. Meerkats around here. Can't really get close to the meerkats today, they're very popular for some reason. Porcupine is peeking out through the door over there a couple of times. And here's the rhino house. And the penguin monorail is just heading over to the other side of the zoo. So in the news, although we are losing the monorail, they have announced that there is a sort of 3-year plan to put an Africa section over this side, or expand, because obviously rhinos are African. A lot of the birds in the Tsavo aviary, given the name, are African. But they're also going to put giraffes over here, and potentially also put in a hotel and campsite type, not campsite, but like glamping type thing. So that should be quite exciting. Black rhino. Let's see if we can see anybody inside today. So, Gem's not having a good day at spotting, but she thinks this is Katani because they're all lying, hiding their ears, and ears is a good way to tell who they are, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a youngster behind as well. Oh, there's an ear flick. It's very warm in here, so I think probably a good reason why they're in here. It also smells very strongly of rhino pee. Yeah, they've changed the signage now. They used to have pictures with identifying marks on them. You're not sure?
It's either Zuri or Emma. Because she's hiding them out.
Yeah, Gemma can tell because of the mouths.
This one's got hairy ears, and it's Emma who's got hairy ears.
So it could be that this is Emma.
And Zuri's got the smiley mouth. This is Zuri on the picture. Emma had the hairy ears.
So in summary, we don't know who's who.
So I think this is Emma.
Oh, okay.
It's Pit next door, and the one on the far field is Zuri.
There we go. Heading down to Tsavo now to go and see the painted dogs. We had a nice mix of rhinos outdoors and indoors today. A lot of what we're seeing here does form part of the plan to expand the African area, so this area probably won't change much from the plans I looked at.
One of the newer parts.
Yeah, this opened sort of shortly after we became members in sort of the early 2010s. So you can see the theming generally improved, and a lot more effort went into educational elements with these enclosures. Although that's a bit unfair, because some of the other enclosures, the Jaguar House and the Realm, had a lot of educational value in there as well, which was nice. But this, with the rock work and stuff, it started to really show.
A bit more like where they actually come from.
And I like that because it's a few years old now, you're starting to get moss on the top and it's starting to bed in. Just a pity we can't see any doggos.
enclosure is massive.
It is a big enclosure, this.
A double enclosure with an indoor bit.
The planting here has really taken hold now, hasn't it, over the last few years. When the dogs used to sit on that top of that rock there, it looks like they still might quite a lot actually. Two babies updates, some rock hyrax, recently born, so we're going to see if we can spot them. Oh, there's two adults up there, and there is a little one down there in the corner, under the tree. You see its bottom hanging out. Oh, and it's gone. It's fun to try and spot them in here. There's one just there sat on the rock. There's one up in the eaves up there, and my favourite is up in the eaves up there, proper chilling out under the roof.
There's the one. We're feeling that.
Big pylon. So these are related to elephants, which is a surprising fact. See if we can spot painted dogs heading into the dog territory. And we get to see some nice enclosure design for Planet Zoo fans. But the dogs are hiding. Ah, a couple of them are asleep down there.
We get a look in the table here.
There are some educational videos running in here as well if you fancy watching them. They're called
understand that pink dogs are not hyenas.
Yep. And it's Martin Clunes that does the voice for it. And there is a big pile of pups. Well, they're not so much pups anymore, are they? They're quite lanky now. They do look very cute curled up sleeping like that. Lots of Sitatunga about today, and Gemma's just pointed out some of them are very close to the front. She's having a sit down. And just around the corner from the Sitatunga, we have the Grevy zebra. Who Gemma quite rightly pointed out, it looks like the keepers have turfed them off the herd standing, so they come out in the field for a little bit. And they're away back towards where the painted dogs are, but the rowan antelope are on the herd standing over there. One of them just got spooked by a magpie. They do have access to the field, they're just choosing not to use it today. Heading into Islands. Still one of the best themed areas of this zoo, I think. Looks amazing. Time for the bouncy bridge. Boinky, boinky, boink. Yeah, treat kangaroo's bum. She's got nice markings on her back, hasn't she though? Got the dusky padamelon there.
I'm not seeing the baby.
No. Check out the aviary here, the barley aviary with the barley starlings in it. Wow, it's very heavily grown in here, isn't it? All the rain's doing it good. I can definitely hear them. There's butterflies. Found some. There's one up on the fence there, stood in the most uncomfortable position, and one hanging out the nest area. When a Java sparrow just flew down. You comfortable there? Yeah. There's nobody else in here, which is quite nice. Check out our friends the Bantang. Enjoying a nice drink. Heading through the tiger enclosure, another fantastic themed enclosure. So well themed that you never see a tiger in it. Now they're hiding around in the water, we think. And yeah, Gemma just pointed out there's dragonflies everywhere today, which is nice. I love dragonflies.
Yeah. Where we going?
Over there.
Oh, careful.
Only slight issue with that tiger enclosure being there's those 3 windows where the tigers are always. It gets very busy. But we managed to see them both today. It's mum and daughter, Kirana and Kasani, is it? Kasana. Gemma's the names person. No tapirs. Maybe she's outside. Oh.
Maybe that thing.
Lots of work continuing on Monsoon Forest, which is hopefully due to open next year, reopen next year. We do have some footage of the interior before the fire happened, so if you want to check that out, check through our videos. Those birds were very cute, eh?
Yeah. She was a little star. She got the apple out of the tree. I was like lay on her back and dropped it, and she used to the panic in her face because she thought her mum was going to get it. Dropped down at the tree and snarled at her mum when I got the apple.
That's good. It's very cute. Opportunity to do a bit of learning here if you've got youngsters. Oh yeah. Let's check out the baby rooster skull. Wow, that's cool. And of course, if you're visiting Chester Zoo, you need to stop off for a Dole Whip float. This is in Islands at the Monado Street Kitchen, which is just there. You can see that from miles away, so if you found that, you know where you have to go. And yeah, they are now in raspberry as well. Oh, check that out. Also, Gemma's gone a bit odd on us. Gemma's got a raspberry...
Pineapple.
Raspberry ice creamy bit.
What with pineapple?
And pineapple juice underneath.
Yeah.
What a mix.
Want to mix some teas?
Nice.
I don't know, tried it, yeah.
You like it?
Not as nice as the pineapple.
Ah, okay. I'm going to have to try some as well.
Okay.
Ooh. It's nice.
It's nice.
But it's not as nice as the pineapple.
Yeah, it is nice, but it's not as nice as the pineapple. But it's a nice, refreshing one.
It's nice to have a choice.
It is.
I'm going to eat this one before it melts.
Which means you bring your cups back, you get 50 pence off your next float when you've got 4 of them cups at home. Which are you messing? It's like, no. Just keep forgetting to bring them back.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put 2 in my bag just permanently in my camera
I'm
bag.
going to take some to work, I think.
Because they're useful for just like water and stuff as well.
Yeah, they'd be nice in work. We don't really have any glasses in work. I drink me juice out of me teacup.
Because what I should say as well is that there is a water filler now in the Jaguar picnic area, so you can fill cups like this and the beer cups there.
The
She's
mix.
crossing the streams.
That works really well.
There you go. Heard it here first.
Will you shut a spoon out?
Yeah, go on. And now you've got pineapple all over your raspberry.
Baby.
That does.
It does, doesn't it?
The pineapple is kind of overpowering. So while we were sat eating our Dole Whip, Gemma's favourite, the baby rooster, were putting on a cracking show, playing about. There's 2 babies and 2 adults in here now, isn't it?
Is it 3 babies?
Or is it 3 babies? Yeah, it could
We
be.
get 3 babies and the mum.
One of them's just killed one off and it absolutely reeked.
Are you sure it wasn't you?
It wasn't me.
See that?
Oh. It's sneaking around in the bushes down there. Blimey, you smell ripe. So verdict on the raspberry Dole Whip float.
It was very good.
Yeah?
Pineapple's still my favourite.
Okay,
But when the raspberry started melting into the pineapple juice, that was really good.
there we go.
It's a nice alternative. And it's worth a try.
I enjoyed mine too.
I've got to go back and get pineapple one now.
So, do we go over Cheetah Bridge or do we carry on down past one-horned rhinos?
Let's carry on down past one horned rhino.
Ah, okay.
Think man, let's go to
We're trying to use the roads less walked, to be honest. It's very busy in certain areas today. We'll save the bat enclosure for a quieter day. Tends to get busy in there. Yeah, on a cool day it's nice to go in there and have a warm. Over Cheetah Bridge we go. There was a time when this bridge wasn't here and you had to walk all the way back down to the Elephant Bridge to cross over to the other side, because the zoo's got a bridleway running through the middle of it. Down there. And here's the cheetah enclosure. It's good enrichment for the cheetahs when dogs go up the bridleway. And Gemma's seen a cheetah here.
Going towards the back there, it'll be able to see it now.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to spot, but there is one down there. In recent visits, the boys have been out on the enclosure down there. We'll probably check that on the way out as we leave. It's kind of our traditional thing to do, is have one last check of the cheetahs before we go. They tend to be good in the evenings when it's a little bit quieter. And we are on the other side of the zoo, and look! There's no bush dogs. They're doing some work. Yeah, they've pulled all the fences down. Now it looks like the...
Why would they turn off the bush dog fences?
Looks like the enclosures and they're going some nice renovation.
Yeah. I wonder where they are.
Wonder if they're over here.
I wonder if they're going in Jag House after they went last time.
Yeah, could be,
I
because...
think Bernie Bear's gone back to the road.
Yeah, because we were watching Luke and Rich's video and we saw Bernie Bear was in the proper spectacle bear enclosure back where he used to live. So he's probably going to miss seeing Nima again. To try and make some more bears.
The Didi's gone to a new home.
The Didi's gone to a new home. I do like this garden. I think if I had time, I'd do our garden like this.
Took a few rocks about.
Yeah, just throw a few rocks and some gravel over top of it and plant some weeds. No, it's lovely.
It's a Japanese garden, isn't it?
Yeah. So we are now on the hunt for red October Pandas.
Red August Pandas.
Red August Pandas. And there's one in the shelter.
I can't see the face clear enough to know which one it is. I think it's the boy that looks very pale, doesn't it?
I get the, yeah, it does look quite pale. It's looking right at me. If you're here on a Tuesdays, apparently they now do a history chat. Here's some history for you. That's the polar bear enclosure. That is Europe on the Edge, Avery, and it is, well, it was Europe on the Edge, Avery, and it is now the Madagascar section. And that is June Mottershead, who is the owner of the zoo's daughter. And she did a lot of the construction of the zoo, including the aquarium, which is still here to this day. Another picture of her there with the baby chimp, a young chimp, Mary the chimpanzee. There's a book actually worth reading, and a series that was tied into it on BBC. And that is Gemma, and she's nothing to do with the zoo apart from she occasionally comes here. And there's the owner, George Mottershead, the original owner of the zoo. Founder of the zoo. Who bought that building in the 1930s and decided that all this was going to become a zoo.
A zoo without bars.
A zoo without bars. And I think he was influenced by Belvale Zoo in Manchester, which is Bellevue Zoo, which is no longer there. So as much as we'd like to see lions, we think they're indoors today. Or at least one of them is. So I think we'll probably give that one a swerve. The detail in this building, it's nice. And the pigeon just nearly took my head off. I'm gonna go and visit Madagascar again. See if we can see some fossa. Moving. First one to spot a wassa. First one to spot a wassa wins.
See a T-Rex bus.
See a T-Rex, but yeah. No wassas. That doesn't count. I did. It was implied that it had to be a live one.
It was not implied.
Yeah, it was implied. That doesn't count. Well, we spotted the fossa, but it's asleep in the tree again. Owing to crowds, we're going to not go inside the lemur enclosure, but we can see the black lemurs here. It's the first time we've seen them outdoors. Before we leave, Gemma's going to climb into there, aren't you, Gem?
I don't think I'd get the house somehow.
Perfect. And what else are you looking at?
This is his tree of life.
There it is, in all its glory. Could do with some animals in it. Like.
Because it looked good if we did the copy of that.
Yeah, they don't want to rip off Disney.
Why not? It's good to us.
So we are not going to visit predators today, but we have visited it on a previous video if you want to watch that. Have a dig around, you'll probably find it on our channel. On the way down there, we'll check out the Congo buffalo. Oh, they do have some water in that pool there as well.
Oh, yeah.
And a monorail.
Yeah,
The ant monorail. Creeping its way through the trees, nice and quiet. Like a whisper quiet. So we have some naughty chimps here. The one's backing away. I'm fully expecting the others to come out. Being cheeky. Aha. They're all coming out. Yeah, some creating going on here. A group of lads on a stag doing it. This is the new baby here. Yeah. What's her name, sorry?
Annie.
Annie.
That's Annie Lennox.
Annie Lennox. All of the chimps have, well, all of the Chester-born chimps have got names after rock musicians.
Tina.
Tina, as in Turner.
There's Stevie.
And Stevie, as in Nix. That's a guess.
Yeah, I reckon Stevie.
We've got Carlos. There's Carlos Santana. Who's Carlos's brother?
Eric
Clapton, yeah. As usual, Eric and Carlos are causing bother.
The baby's on there.
Little baby down. He's like, what's all this fuss about? There's testosterone kicking in. Yeah. Well, after the chaos of chimps, let's go for the calm of okapi and giraffes. Assuming the young ones aren't running around like lunatics. Red forest duikers just chilling in the brush there. There is an okapi just down there. It's kind of hiding behind the tree.
And you can smell giraffes.
And you can definitely smell giraffes. 3 adults outside. 4 adults outside, I can't count. Oh, and there's one of the youngsters as well. We got some Red River hogs, a whole family. Little bit of zoo history for you. These bits here used to be the outdoor enclosures for gorillas, believe it or not. So things have changed at the zoo.
And the indoor enclosures were not much bigger.
Yeah. The zoo no longer keeps gorillas. This still does make me chuckle. You're about to enter an area with free flying honeybees. Well, I'm outside, so there's a fairly good chance that I'm in an area already. We are just having a quick sneaky peek over here. Yeah. We'll come down here, might see better. Because this is set to be the new lion enclosure area. Wow. It does go all the way down there as well. Let's see if I can get back up there now. There's someone stood there taking a selfie, so I thought I'd let them do that. So it'd be before the nosy lot come in us. Yeah, through the trees there. I'm looking forward to checking that out when it opens. Not sure when that's going to be now. I think it was timeline towards the end of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See what happens. But now we're down here and it's the tropical realm. See some birds and frogs and tortoises, but not gorillas. Jen's counting tuatara. How many did you count?
4.
4 tuatara. 4 atara. So the tortoises have all got numbers on the backs, which is great because when they race them they can tell which one's which. They'll be getting sponsors for the next. There'll be a John Player special tortoise. None of this is true. Well, I mean they number them so they can tell which one's which, but it's not for racing. Number 6 is in the pits. Love it in here. So many free flying birds. We just had Fodies flying over our head. And then a big knickerbocker pigeon went over. Had to catch them on video though, because they don't have to move quick. The minute you point the camera at them, they're off. There's a frog on the window. Poison dart frog. There you go, you can see it better now. So there is a keeper in there, but there is a jumping rat in there as well. Just eating at the food bowl. Very difficult to stay in here. But this is a good test for how many dead pixels the camera's got. We have just seen the eye run across. Oh, did I see it then? No, I didn't. Trick of the light. The other eye is in here. So you can see it in the light. Here we go. Check out this new Magpie Enclosure. It's the gentle lemurs live here. Maybe still do.
Oh.
And the newly renovated sand lizard enclosure. Very nice. Got a real full length windows now, so you're not struggling. It used to be that the fences were just to the side where you couldn't see it. Yeah, I don't think it's quite ready.
It looks more like a beach now, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's not quite ready for being inhabited, but let's let this split it into 2 as well. That'll be cool, we'll check that out when it's finished.
Biggest question of the day. Will we see a sloth outside?
Will we see a sloth outside? Typically, when we came we weren't vlogging, there was one kind of half hanging out the door.
But it wasn't outside.
It wasn't outside though.
It didn't count.
And we did see an agouti.
We did see an agouti.
We'll see what happens today, shall we? Well, I'll be honest, it's not looking great. No sloth for you.
Not even half in, half out the door.
Nope, probably just asleep inside.
Let's go see if we can see a jaguar.
Let's go, yeah, let's do that. The mystery of the missing bush dogs has been solved. They are now living in the other side of the jaguar enclosure. However, they've all gone a wandering.
Yeah. Outside, but maybe doesn't look.
True, and as Gemma said, the reason we couldn't see sloths outside is because there are 2 of them up there, curled up, fast asleep. And who could blame them? Me, because I wanted to see them outside. I believe we need a spider warning now. Fast forward a few minutes if you don't want to see a spider. Actually, if you fast forward a few minutes, you'll miss most of the video. There's the spider. This is this Brazilian salmon pink tarantula.
She's big.
She is.
She's not as big as the old one. Delilah.
She's pretty. Sloth directly above us. I think this is a fairly safe bet that the jaguars aren't in the window today. is a favourite spot to sit normally, but when they are here you can't get near. Jem can see an agouti, but I think she's lying to us.
See, it's just like
Oh yeah.
There's another one coming as well.
Not easy to see, but they're right down at the back. So if you're if you wanted to save like money and wasted plastic, you don't have to buy bottled water anymore. There is a water cooler in here. Expertly demonstrated by Jem.
And apparently if you ask any of the restaurants, they'll give you a cup of water.
There we go. Fresh water.
It tastes nice as well, actually.
Yeah, it's filtered, isn't it? Yeah, I'm having a lovely day, you.
That does taste nice.
Just stopping for a moment by the jaguars. Unfortunately, we didn't see any today. Well, that's just the way it goes sometimes with jaguars. A bit late for ducklings, but ducklings. We backtracked a bit to see the agouti because Gemma really likes them.
Hi, agouti. Ah, that's how much you see it.
There is, however, a massive dragonfly on this log. I'm going to have a sneaky peek through Realm of the Rare Ape to catch up with our orangutan friends. And we are in the realm of the Red Ape. Tend not to come in here in summer because it's very busy. And when you've got a membership, you just come in to the bits that you really, really like. A couple of orangs down there. Hulu. I'm forgetting the some urchins are in this side now because of the fire at Monsoon Forest, so I've not seen Pulu over this side for some time. It's often you see those moving, is it? I think that one's probably one for a revisit out of season because very busy and very warm in there today.
And very narrow.
Yeah, and very narrow. Bit of a splash of colour in flamingos.
Oh, seagulls.
And a lot of seagulls are leaving. Seagulls have turned up, eaten all of their food and gone, that's it, we're out of here. Penguins is busy too, so we're going to go the otters route. Ooh, this is exciting. Giant otters might be hard to spot today. We think they may have had pups. Nice, that'll be good to see in time. So if indeed she has had pups, he's excused himself to come and sunbathe out on the rocks. I can't blame him. Checking the cheetahs on the way, but before we get there, here's Mojo. Are you going to turn around and see us? Ah, there he is. Mojo's a black howler monkey. And here's the cheetah yard. We spent many a time in here watching baby cheetahs in the past. There's those two just sat looking at our phones and Gemma suddenly went, oh, the cheetahs are there. Been sat there for like 5 minutes waiting for them to wander around. They've just been asleep on the floor. Flat cats, skinny leopards. Onagers are having a snuggle. Bit of mutual grooming. Or biting.
Nice and smooth and on the coast.
They do. It's Benny! And he's leaving us. No! Lovely lad. Gemma's running away. Actually, she's just enjoying the squishy floor. In the shop, and all the plushies are now plastic free. They've actually replaced the tags, the plastic on the tags with string. That's cool. I should say that is specifically this range of eco-friendly plushies. They're quite nice. And Gemma likes the giraffe, did you say? Yeah, because their eyes are stitched as well. A lot of them tend to have plastic beads out for eyes. And there's a sloth, and a rhino, a penguin, a meerkat, there's a lemur, and Gemma's just knocked a bush on me.
Baby.
I will say that the bush is plastic. And there's an elephant down there.
I don't think this one's plastic free.
No, that's not. It's a... I think that's in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. And the wrong... era.
You sure?
Of course, if you're not bothered about being eco-friendly, you can have a pink lion with fantastic hair. Purple leopard. Nothing takes our fancy. So we're gonna go home and have some beer. Did you have a good day in the zoo?
I did, yeah.
I did too. It was very sunny and warm. And it handles the crowds very well considering that it is very busy. Yes, there is a lovely breeze today.
There's just certain areas that get...
Yeah, just little bottlenecks is all.
It's where they've done the new Madagascar playground. It gets quite busy there because
Yes.
there's the Predators exhibitions there, and there's a food place and there's an ice cream parlour there, so a lot of people come there.
But otherwise it was very good.
It's fine.
Yeah, had a good day. Anyway, I think it's time to go. So we'll see you next time.
Now it's time to say goodbye. You know, it's a tropical express.
I did realise I haven't actually pointed the camera at myself all day, but I am here.
No one wants to see Mark.
I'm not just an arm on legs with a camera. Nobody wants to see me. So we'll see you next time anyway. Thanks for watching. Bye! Like and subscribe.